This is Michael Butterfield. I'm just going to run over some code that I've done for HTTP URL connection and JUnit tests. So I'm going to start with the HTTP connection code that I've been working on. This is very simple. It combines three different things that I was looking up on Stack Overflow. So this is something that I made. It's just a one class program pretty much, but what it does is it shows you the source code of a website that you want. So there's the main class, and or the main method within the class, and there's a string URL. The system prints out the line, what website's code do you want to see, and then the URL string is whatever the user inputs on the next line. And then this is where URL connection comes in, or the HTTP URL connection. URL connection, and then declare my connection is your user URL dot open connection, and then use the buffer reader, and you use the get input stream here. And so with these combined, it shows you the source code. If you declare, I declared the site code variable as a string, and I use the in.readline. So as long as it's not null, it will show it. So let's run. I'll show you what it does. What website's code do you want to see? I'll just type in, this is my website, mbutterfield.com. Then it shows you the source code in the console here. And you can do that with any website, so that's cool. I've been working on that. Then I also did some work with JUnit testing. I know this is all very simple code, but yeah, my JUnit testing is simple code too. So I have my JUnit.java. This is like the main. I mean, it's real simple. So what it is there's a string concatenate, and there's it passes in 1 and it passes in 2. They're both strings, and it returns 1 plus 2. And then there's multiply, which is an int, and it passes in number 1 and it passes in number 2, and it returns number 1 times number 2 because it's a multiply. So I have two tests on there. The concatenate test, which shows concatenate from the first method there. It should show 1 plus 2, which should be 1, 2 as a result because they're strings. And then the multiply one, it multiplies 100 times 2, which should be 200. So let's see if 1 and 2 put together is 1, 2. Run the test, and it's green. And let's see if 100 times 2 is 200. You run the test, and it passes the JUnit test. So JUnit test is actually good. I know this is very simple and kind of silly, but JUnit testing is good for following variables in an application, because sometimes variables can run out of scope without the programmer or the developer realizing, or something like that. And it's nice to be able to follow variables around and follow and see what's going on in an application. So this is what I've been working on, and that's just a rundown of it for this week.